Hey fatty, in this video I'm going to teach you guys how to build a pile of muscle with high volume training. So the exercise I'm performing here is a walking lunge. I have 50 pounds in each hand. Those dumbbells are strapped to my hands. I'm using straps there because I want to get a nasty pump in my legs. I don't want my grip to be the limiting factor when I'm trying to smash my legs. A lot of people screw that up right off the bat. You need to know what your priority is when you go out and do an exercise. If you're trying to do a whack of volume on your back and you know your grip's going to give out, then that's pointless because you're trying to blow up your back. Okay, the grip would be secondary. Okay, don't worry about training your grip when you're trying to blow up your back. Okay, there's always a place for certain things. If you're going to do grip work, then do more specific grip work. Okay, if you're trying to hit a certain muscle, you don't want something that has nothing to do with blowing up that muscle to be a limiting factor. Now, I've been talking about high volume training a lot lately, and most people don't even understand what high volume training means. Okay, high volume training means hitting a crazy amount of poundage in tight time windows. Okay, not hitting a crazy amount of poundage through a long time window. So I'm talking, let's use these lunges for example. I'm going to do 100 lunges here. I set out to do 100 lunges, and I want to get it done as fast as I could. Okay, that's work capacity. That's called work capacity. That's going to be directly related to building muscle. Okay, how much work capacity you have. So I'm not doing 10 lunges every hour for 10 hours here. I'm doing 100 lunges as fast as I can get them done. Okay, I think the first set I might have busted out 40, and every set thereafter drops, obviously, because you're getting more and more fatigue. Notice I'm taking very short rests. Okay, this is one thing people think when they talk about high volume training that, oh, it's just about getting in the poundage and take as much rest as you want. No! You do quick rest intervals. Quick. Okay, you want to keep that pump. You need it to be hard. It is high intensity training. High volume training is high intensity training at its finest. Okay, you hit a stupid amount of poundage in the tight windows on each exercise. The goal is to hit a pile of poundage in that window of time. And when you do take your break, you take your break between the movements. Now, people are going to obviously bring up guys like Mike Mentzer and Dorian Yates. Well, here's the thing. A lot of stuff Mentzer says I agree with, okay? He's very on point with bodybuilding, dieting. You know, you can build muscle doing HIIT training, but when it comes to 99.9% of the population, it is not enough work being done on a HIIT training program. The work matters. That is how you get in shape. That is how you get in shape. Okay, even Dorian Yates wasn't following what Mentzer was promoting later. Okay, Yates was doing way more volume. Okay, look at the amount of volume he'd put on his legs on his leg day. Okay, where Mentzer, it got a little extreme later when it's like, oh, you know, 1 or 2 sets every 2 weeks. Like, anybody that's lifting weights, you are not going to blow up your muscles on that compared to hitting hard volume with moderate weights until there's a nasty pump. That pump is the most important driver. Volume is the most important driver of hypertrophy, and that pump is going to tell you if you're working hard enough, if you're training with enough poundage in a tight window. Okay, that pump is the best indicator of if you're actually going to grow. Okay, if you're not getting that pump, especially on a high volume training routine, you're not growing. But the high volume is going to allow you to burn body fat like crazy, get your conditioning way higher, and stay way leaner. It's as simple as that. Okay, on low volume training splits, I always have to watch my diet. Always. Okay, you're not working it off. That's when I got to throw in a bunch of cardio that I don't even really enjoy personally. I'd rather just lift the fat off. I'd just rather outlift the diet. If you're a super fat pig, to get to a normal body weight, you just got to get in the gym and pump iron with moderate weights, light weights, but get the burn and get in the poundage. Okay, it's going to give you a better result than your quote-unquote stereotypical cardio. Because you're going to be building muscle. You're going to be conditioning the muscles. Like what I'm doing here on these lunges. Okay, you think this wasn't a whack of calories? And this set is insane. Insane. These are a little bit heavy. I could have did these lunges with like 25 pounders if I wanted to get a little more volume and not quite be as murdered tomorrow in the muscles. The key thing is massive amounts of volume with weights you can move with confidence and chasing that pump. So you go out, you grab a weight, pretend you're blindfolded. You grab a weight that feels like a good weight, hit it as hard as you can, take like 5 deep breaths, like 20 to 30 seconds rest, hit it again, hit it again, hit it again. Okay, this is how you're going to get the best results with weight loss and building muscle. Okay, when I was powerlifting, most of my work that was done in the year was all volume work, high volume work to build the body up, to build up those muscles. Okay, because the large muscles have more strength potential. And then I would do like a strength block where the weights would get really high, huge amounts of rest, not training till failure because the weights are very heavy. And then that would basically give me a neurological adaptation to peak for a powerlifting meet. But without even doing that strength block, I'd have crazy amounts of strength just doing the volume work with maybe 30 to 60% of my perceived 1 rep max. End of the day, you're not going to beat volume. You can't outrun volume. You need to chase that nasty pump. If you're a super fat pig, your diet don't mean shit. You just got to put in more work and use weights that aren't going to hurt your joints. Use weights that will not hurt your joints and hit them hard with low rest intervals, short rest periods. And this is how you're going to get the best results. Okay, now on top of that, you can throw in your cardio and other things. It's fine. Until next time, more work, you fat pig.